Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for the 15th until the 21st of April 2024. If your sun, moon or ascendant is in the sign of Capricorn in your astrological birth chart, parts of this reading may apply, or even the whole reading may apply or be relevant for you at this time. So we're going to look at some past, something from the past, some past energies that you may have experienced, and also some present energies you might be currently experiencing. And then we're going to look at something you may need to be aware of, as well as some possible outcomes or outcome. Then I'll grab some oracle cards for your spirit guidance and a galactic heritage card at the end. Did I say you're on Galactic Soul Healing? My name is Sonia Jane. Thank you for being here. You're most welcome to be here. And yes, so we're going to grab 3 cards right now, and then we're going to have a quick chat about that. This is something from your past that's happened recently or a little bit further back, and take what resonates. And also, of course, if something doesn't resonate, please don't take it on. Just let that go by. And here we go. So we have this is the Queen of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this is interesting because it's looking like just recently it's literally looking like you've met someone from the past, from your past, and or take which one resonates. Or it's a case of that just recently you've kind of got some balance within yourself in terms of your masculine and feminine aspects. Or you've also kind of come into a greater balance with blending your spiritual aspect with your practicality. So it may be that you've hit upon a spiritual practice that feels right to you. It feels that it's going to be grounding for you, and these energies are suggesting that it's a point of mastery for you, basically, because you have a king and a queen here. So it's like you're not new to this, Capricorn, but you have you have a lot of skills, you have a lot of spiritual understanding, you have a lot of you've been able to create a great foundation for yourself in life in general. And I mean, it could also be that you just recently, this almost looks like an eclipse here, doesn't it? That perhaps from the solar eclipse energies, that you're kind of wanting now to just bring in more spiritual awareness integrate into your life. So you may be looking to something shifted within you recently, and you're kind of now looking to bring in your spiritual aspect. But this is suggesting that you have great potential and a lot of skills and a lot of a passion to do this. And yeah, so this is like a bit of there's different ways that this could go of what's happened just recently. So of course, please take what resonates from any of those scenarios. Let's look at some energy presently that you've been in, and I guess as we look through the rest of the spread, it may become clear as to what the top row is about, if it's not already clear for you. Okay. So here we have at the moment the Princess or Page of Cups. So this is like a very contemplative energy, but it's also quite a grounded energy. So it's kind of a nice place to be, but you might be contemplating something, and these are the things that you are thinking about. So it could be that you're thinking about, you may be focusing on something that you have sort of lost or let go of. You may be contemplating that, or it may be that you've let this go and you've also kind of let this go here, which is to do with your perception of lack, or feeling perhaps this energy of victimization, or feeling like you've been dealt a rough hand, basically. And it's almost like that you having awareness of these things now, because this is a card of the earth of water. So it's like you're feeling supported, and the water signifies that you're deepening your awareness about something. So, it's looking like, and this is a similar theme that's been coming up with these readings today, and that is that we are all letting go of things, and it seems that within every row there is like a card of a positive card that seems to be quite almost stillness. That's this stillness thing that's happening, and yet on either side we have these more discordant or the lower vibe kind of darker energies. But there's always light and dark in every card, and the thing is that it could be that you are just contemplating the lessons that you have learnt from these experiences, from this experience of grief, and from this experience of focusing on what you don't have. What has that energy taught you? And also this energy here of like, well, perceiving that you don't have enough, and perhaps not also being aware that there may be help around that you can perhaps ask for help. So it's about contemplating, really looking at that with a with a soft gaze of self-love and self-appreciation, but really it's bringing into self-awareness where a lot of our stuff is coming up in our face, and that's kind of what you may be experiencing at the moment. So let's look at something you may need to be aware of, okay, as you go through this. But yeah, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3 off the top. Here we have, so so you're taking some time out here. This is sort of like just contemplating work and effort and what you've been doing. And oh wow, so we have the beautiful Ace of Cups in here, which is a new replenishing energy. So this is what you may not be aware of, is that, can you see here that she is actually holding that cup? She's not drinking from it, and it's almost like she's not actually looking into the cup as yet. She's thinking about looking into the cup. And here we have the cup is overflowing. So it probably means that she has looked into that cup, or you have looked into the cup of your unconscious, and of your perhaps your feelings and your actions or behaviors. You've examined them. And here again, this is another kind of looking. This is usually the Eight of Pentacles is about working, but this could be about applying your introspection in a certain direction. And you are discovering, or here, this is actually, you're literally discovering that, wow, there's actually a whole lot of stuff in that cup. Literally, shining on the cup there. And yeah. So, and, we are our own best teachers. We are our own best experts in our own lives. But, if you do feel that you need some external help or guidance that will help you shed light on how to look at all of the riches in this cup, then by all means, it's directing you to, or suggesting that you apply some work or effort in the direction of perhaps examining your soul or your spirit. And this is just overflowing with love and appreciation. It can mean, so it's basically saying that if you can keep going with your introspection, and if you can muster the courage to look inside a little deeper and perhaps get some assistance with that, you will discover some awesome things. Let's look at the outcome. You will discover basically a greater sense of peace, happiness, contentment. Yeah. And the other thing too is that it could represent new relationships and new connections coming in for you that are of a frequency that you're looking for, like a nice higher frequency. Okay. Let's look at the outcome. So 3 off the top here we have interesting. Okay. Right. So this is the 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I think it's the 9 of Swords, this one. So that can just mean that there's sort of different possibilities here. However, it's nothing that you can't master, because if you have a lot of thoughts coming in, or self-doubt, self-negation about, hey, I don't really want to look in that cup and, you know, look deeper into myself. You know, it's almost like there are different ways to do that, and it might be about investigating and exploring creative ways of looking at your spirituality or your concept of what your soul is about. One way is to engage in meditation, but this is also a suggestion to look at holistic, so mind, body, spirit approaches to looking at your spirituality. And this is looking at, I believe could be this always has a shamanic feel, this card, but I think because it's the sun and we have the lion here and there's a wand or a staff, but it's sort of like looking at maybe animal spirit guides, if that's something that's more earthy that resonates with you, Capricorn. And also this is about learning, but it's about being passionate about something. So it may be that if you are feeling a little, you know, bogged down by these sort of energies that either are around you or within you, or both, like both around you and within you, then, you know, it might be that you try, when you're applying your introspective work here, that you are looking for something new that you can feel more inspired and passionate about, perhaps something that you're not doing currently. This is the Page of Wands here. So, or maybe the Knight of Wands actually in these suits. So, yeah, and he's usually quite enthusiastic. So an outcome could be that, you know, that maybe there might be some other challenge that comes up for you, but you'll be able to master that, and you'll be able to kind of really come out of this phase here with a new direction and a new passion that you'll be really inspired to learn about and to move forward with. So Capricorn, I hope that's helpful, but I'm also going to have for you here a Angels and Ancestors card. So let's just grab you one of these. But, I mean, yes, you have much potential here. Hence with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, it is interesting that it's looking like you've gone through an adjustment, or maybe you've come into balance with something, but it may have that, it kind of has that feeling of starting again, but with something a little different, something a little new from what you've done before. However, you kind of have a good foundation, and it's also looking here like you may underestimate yourself. You may not be giving yourself enough credit for what you have done and what you've achieved and for who you are as a person, okay? And also that yeah, there is direct guidance for you to say that it is time to focus on you now, to look inside to what is going to bring you true happiness and fulfillment, okay? And however that is going to, what that's going to look like for you. So I'm just going to cut the deck here. And we have Arrow. So this is surround yourself with protective energy, okay? Isn't that interesting? Because these energies here, if these energies are around you and they are kind of negative and bringing you down, it's suggesting to surround yourself with in your outcome, in your what you may not be aware of, is that, you know, this type of energy here, which is the self-care energy, if you perhaps try and this energy here about learning and something that's going to really activate you spiritually, they might be more protective types of energies. And of course, you may come up with different meanings for these cards that other than what I'm offering, okay? So please take note of your own messages that come through for you, okay? And now I have a Spirit Animal Oracle here for you. So that is a suggestion to just be aware of the type of energy that you're surrounding yourself with, okay? And that you can change that, or if you can change that where possible, that would be helpful for you. Here we go. Dove Spirit, be peaceful. So this is that beautiful overflowing cup of peacefulness, okay? And I believe that currently you're in this energy of like thinking like, yes, I do need to start kind of cultivating some more inner peace for myself. Okay, so and the dove spirit might also be a great animal that you want to call, that you might like to call upon for assistance. The dove spirit as well. Let's grab a gateway of light activation. So now we're just going a little bit more cosmic and a bit more out there to just see if there's something else that can help you with this situation. So angelic frequency, okay. So this is about higher, this would definitely be a protective type of energy as well. So in your fantastic meditation here, or your contemplation or taking time out for yourself, calling upon some protective angelic frequency could be helpful. Angels are here, you are safe, potent connection. Wow. And remember, Capricorn, that you have this as well, that either you have just this energy of the divine feminine, which is very spiritual. The Queen of Wands is passionately spiritual. So it may be that in your life, whatever it is that you were doing, that you were passionate about, note that many of those skills are transferable into spiritual purposes and spiritual pathways, okay? So you may not be aware, but you already have a very strong connection with angelic frequencies, okay? So let's also grab a Galactic Heritage card. Excuse my throat. Okay, and here we go. Wow, serious way showing future. Now, Capricorn, you are a cardinal earth sign, which means that, and I had this feeling just before I did this reading, was like, I think you are going to be evolving into a leader of some sort in terms of spirituality. And here we go, way shower. Okay, you have a lot of potential. I'm going to just find page 95. Just bear with me, and I'm just going to read a paragraph here. This is kind of giving me chills. I love the Syrians. That's a collective that you may like to tap into. They are very grounded, very strong guides, and very great for helping you to move into positive energies, actually. Yeah. In the ancient past, Syrians were conflicted about being leaders or staying hidden. They saw this as an either-or situation. Now that they have evolved, they realize that being a leader is not an aggressive or controlling role. True leaders lead from the heart, without ego desire, and from a clear sense of inner direction that is aligned with universal consciousness. And I believe that you are here. One of the outcomes is that you will be gaining your inner alignment. Okay. This is really powerful for you, Capricorn. This is awesome. Okay. So, and from a clear sense of inner direction that is aligned with universal consciousness. In the ancient past, you were also conflicted about this issue. But now is the time to release this karmic pattern and no longer have fear of being a leader or way shower. You don't have to do anything to lead. Simply being is enough. So just sitting and contemplating and just being you and just tapping into your happiness and allowing that to flow outward is an example to others, okay? It's a way of showing others how energy can work through and uplift and sustain and activate, and how it can really just bring in that happiness, peace, joy, bliss, and how that can reverberate outwards too. Capricorn, you have a lot of strength, okay? You have a lot of depth of feeling, and you have the means and the ability to gain mastery over any negative energies that are around you and that affect you. You can gain mastery over that, okay? And you are also passionate about being on a spiritual path. Even if you feel like you are just starting to do that a little more, don't worry about that, because I get a feeling that you, obviously Capricorns are, you like to work things up, and you can take a long time. Well, what I'm trying to say is you are prepared to invest the time and the effort to be able to become really great at something. But if you feel that the spiritual path is something new, don't worry about that, because you already have a lot to give into that path. So you are better at it than you realize already. Okay, you are better at spirituality than you realize. You already have a lot within you to offer in that area. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that was helpful. I hope you have an awesome, fantastic day and a lovely week, and I will catch you again soon. Bye for now.